Hi, my name is Rutendo Melody Kanguru, and if you clicked this video, I want to believe that you're one of those women that are very intentional about taking care of themselves. And so this video specifically is about making sure that you keep your space, that you maintain your ground, and you make sure that you're an architect of your own atmosphere on the social media streets. So if you want to know how to navigate social media better as a Christian woman, keep watching. The first social media habit that I encourage you to master is hiding the chat bar, especially on Facebook. Especially if you are on Facebook for a purpose and you went there because you want to check something, maybe you want to check an important message, or you just want to spend time checking up on your friends. Hide the chat bar, because when you see who's online and when you see who's currently present, it's very easy for you to get distracted. And I don't know if you're like me, then you probably have been distracted a couple of times and found yourself chatting to a couple of people and catching up, and you end up spending more time than you had intended on Facebook. The second self-care habit that I want to encourage you to practice is to follow inspirational and motivational, uplifting people. Let me tell you something. There was a specific season in my life where I was following a lot of weird type of people, especially on Instagram. And before I knew it, I was picking up different habits from them. And these people were not necessarily saved people. Not saying that all of the people that I follow on Instagram are saved, but I'm saying that if 95% of the people that you are following on a social media platform like Instagram are not saved, then what's going to happen is that you are going to sponge in and you're going to draw in all of these small little habits that you don't even know and that are not even going to draw you closer to God. Before you know it, you are carnal, your spirit is dying, and you're just not fed spiritually because you're not following people that are pouring into you. So make it a very intentional habit to follow inspiring and uplifting people. The third self-care habit that you can practice is just give yourself a rule and say, after a specific hour, then you don't go on social media. This is going to be your downtime, time to reconnect with God, time to spend time in His Word, and start learning how to cultivate that muscle and strengthen that muscle to make sure that you're disciplined. Try to exercise these different disciplines because they're really going to help you on protecting that time that you have with Jesus. Fourth self-care habit that is also connected to the third one is no social media for the first hour. So when you wake up, many people are going to take their phone and they're going to go on Twitter, they're going to go on Instagram, they're going to go on Facebook, and they're going to check their notifications. But if you start once again becoming disciplined in making sure that the first hour, you almost like give it to God as a tenth of your day, like a tithe of your day. You wake up, you meditate, spend time with Jesus, spend a few minutes in prayer, just try to organize your thoughts, plan your day. You're going to find out that you're not only going to be productive at work or at school or even at home if you're a stay-at-home mother. You're going to be more productive because you've been very intentional in planning your day, and you didn't just wake up and before anything else went on Facebook and started absorbing other people's plans, other people's days, other people's opinions. Spend time with God before you go on social media. The fifth self-care habit is going to be a little savage, but let me tell you something. It is necessary sometimes. Learn how to use that unfollow button. I remember a season on Instagram where I was following this other person, and this other person is actually saved, and every time I used to see their posts, it was almost as though their personality and my personality were not very compatible. So I didn't have the grace to understand the way that they would communicate sometimes. And I'll find myself spending a few minutes just looking at a post and trying to figure out why somebody would say something like that. Does that sound like you sometimes? Well, one day specifically, I remember just looking at one of these posts and I heard God say, unfollow, unfollow. And this is God trying to protect me from sinning every single time that I see a post from this person. And that's going to be an encouragement that I'm going to give you today as one of your self-care habits. Go on Instagram before the end of the day. Unfollow people that you feel you are judgmental towards when you look at them, because in actual fact, they are leading you to sin. And spend time working on yourself. And unless and until you're at a place where you're able to love them from the place where they are right now and fully accept them from the place where they are right now, or pray for their areas of brokenness or weakness, unfollow. Number 6, one of the self-care habits that I'm going to encourage you ladies to follow is to handle trolls with silence. Just learn, master the habit of ignoring trolls. If you're naturally not active on social media, maybe you haven't been a victim of a troll. But if you're someone like a YouTuber, or you're just somebody that runs a page on Facebook, or sometimes a troll can really just come on your comments and just come for you. If you have not learned the art of mastering silence when you're talking to somebody that is less conscious and less aware than you are, and less knowledgeable and mature than you are as a Christian woman, then you have not yet mastered handling trolls. In fact, I just handled a troll this morning on my Facebook account. I just got silent. I said absolutely nothing. You see, learning how to compartmentalize people in your life is going to give you so much peace and make you a master, a complete boss at self-care as a Christian woman. When you see somebody and you're able to acknowledge and recognize that this person is not mature yet in this area, or this person is still working on this personality defect or character defect, and you're able to offer them grace, and whenever they lash out or they throw a tantrum or they are themselves, they just troll, you can just remain silent. Why? Because you know them, and not only do you just know them, but you know yourself. Practice that habit and get back to me. Let me know how it worked. Handle trolls with silence. But let me tell you, sometimes I come for those trolls. If I feel led by the Spirit to educate them, I'm playing. I handle trolls with silence, usually. The 7th self-care habit that I want you to practice, ladies, is to not engage in old wives' fables. There is a verse that literally speaks about this. I'm going to put it in the description box below. An example of when you actually did this is when you saw a status update that is absolutely nothing of value to give to you. It doesn't concern you, doesn't change your temperature, doesn't add value to your life in any way. Animosity and strife, just pass. I know it's tempting to sit there and to become a part of that conversation, but the Bible actually says in the book of Proverbs that do not sit in the seat of scoffers. These are the type of people that are sarcastic and that are just filled with strife. So just learn to overlook certain conversations. They might be heated up, they might be very personal to you, they could be very close to home, but learn to just look at certain conversations on Facebook and just overlook them. Keep moving. Another self-care habit on social media is actually interesting because you're giving it out and it is being an encourager. When you are giving out light and salt to the world and you're just seasoning someone's day with your salt and with your positivity, what happens is that it actually makes you feel better. You could be having a bad day, and let me tell you something, loving on someone and seeing them smile actually makes you feel even more happier. This is also one self-care habit that I love to do on social media. I love to join inspirational, encouraging groups. Make sure that you have at least one group. It could be a public group, or it could be a closed group, or it could be just a page of positive people who are very intentional on pouring out into each other and encouraging each other. If you're just on Facebook and all you do is to see other people's opinions, and these people are not even experts at what they do, and you don't have certain pages that are just uplifting, then you need to change your friends on Facebook. Huddle around people that are going where you're going. Huddle around people that have the same values as you. Huddle around people that are even bigger than you so that they can be able to pour into you and they can be able to edify you and make you a better person. Make sure that as you walk through the journey of social media, that you have a sound mind and that you have sound doctrine, because there's going to be people with different opinions. There's going to be people who are very intellectual, people who can really speak and who can really write and talk, and they're going to just pour out their opinions. And unless your mind is grounded and rooted in the word and it is covered with the helmet of salvation, then you're going to be shaken and tossed to and from by every wind of doctrine that comes. So one of the self-care habits that I want you to practice is to stay in your truth. Do it elegantly, do it very, very politely. Be what I call gently stern in making sure that you stand for your faith. So there you have it, ladies. This was 10 self-care habits for the Christian woman on social media. Let me know while we're talking, is there a specific self-care habits that you personally practice that I didn't specifically mention on this video? I want you to share it with us on the comment section below, and let's help each other to navigate the social media streets with wisdom. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week for another video. Bye.